Leon, front right here. Obviously, only a few days away from a massive pay-per-view built around you. A lot of people credit, you winning the title for the UK finally getting a pay-per-view once again. So now that we are in fight week, camp's behind you, what are the emotions now, just a few days away?
Just excited. This is my first main event in the UK, and to be able to come back, headline it, defend my bout against Kamaru Usman, and it's gonna be a great night. So the UK is excited, I'm excited, and it's gonna be good.
How has life changed for you and the camp and your family and the team since you won the title in Salt Lake?
It's changed gradually, because I've been winning now for a long time. I've lost a fight in 8 years, but as far as obviously more people noticing you, more red carpet moments, financially it's changed, and but apart from that, it's got the same people around me, same team around me. Still training in the UK, and so yeah, it's all good.
And how has camp been not having to worry about the altitude of Salt Lake? Because we've talked to a few of the UK fighters here, and they said they think the altitude played a much bigger factor than people are giving credit to.
Yeah, 100%. I feel you can see from an example like when Cain Velasquez fought Verdun, was it, at altitude, and he was known as Cardio Cain, and then he tired after like a round or two, and so I think altitude definitely played a part in my performance. So I just couldn't get my body to move the way I wanted to move. Round one started off great, then after that it just kind of went and shut down, and I know Kamaru was he's using that as a way that, you was tired in the fight, and whether I was tired or not, you got knocked out, and that's it, so end of the day, that's all that matters.
Was there any fear that Kamaru might not be ready to fight on this card and you would have to fight someone else, like a different contender?
There was I think Wonderboy came out and said something about him not fighting, and when I seen that news, I went and spoke to the UFC, and be like, nah, he's 100%, he's in training, fight to prepare for March, so after that I was locked in to Kamaru for sure.
What do you make of Kamaru? He's done a lot of media this week specifically saying he was winning that whole fight, and he still doesn't see anything that you present that shows you're the better fighter outside of kicking him in the head.
Oh God. I think if you get knocked out like that, he has to find something to clutch onto, right? He needs to build that confidence back up, because going into it, he thought he could never be taken down, he could never be hurt or knocked out, and so I think he has to find something to clutch onto, and that's what he was winning the fight, but who cares? Like I said, it goes down as you getting out cold headshot, and that's all that matters. And when it's all said and done, winners win, and even on my worst day, my worst performance, I'll still knock you out. So winners win, like I say.
So going off of that, does it bother you that he's above you still in the pound-for-pound rankings?
No, I don't really follow the rankings, the stats, so it is what it is. I've been underdog in some fights, I've been favorites in some fights, and either way I won. I haven't lost a fight in 8 years, and it is what it is.
So then my last question is, what does the headline read? How do you see this fight playing out, the Trilogy fight against Kamaru Usman?
Just making it into a mixed martial arts fight, being back home, using the crowd energy to spur me on, and just going out there and just show off, and that's my aim this fight. Just show my abilities and just perform to the best of my abilities. And like I said, I've never lost in the UK. I always draw the energies from being around my friends, my family, and it's gonna be a great performance.
Leon, over here, right in front of you. Sorry. A lot of his strategy in the last fight was a lot of wrestling. But you guys did stand a little bit. What did you make of his striking? Because obviously he had knocked out a lot of guys. So based off of your striking exchanges, what did you think of his striking?
It was alright. It was good. Like he does every fight, every boxing, heavy front forward pressure, heavy wrestling. I think his game plan is pretty similar in every fight he fights. But like I said, even on the worst day, you just kind of just even though I was tired, he couldn't hurt me. I wasn't hurt. Really, it's more of a fatigue issue. You just wailing at my gloves, and I was just catching it all on my gloves, And but like I said, even my worst day, I defeated him. But like I said, he's improved from when we first fought. But so have I,
And in the first round, you were able to get him down and take his back. So do you look at that and say, why don't I wrestle some more? Or obviously you had that amazing knockout, so do you think you should keep on the feet?
No, I'll make it into a mixed martial arts fight. I will try and go for the takedown. I will be attacking submissions and also try to knock him out, you know. And I know I can do all these things. I've done it in the last fight, and so I'll do more of that.
And speaking of, sorry, one last one. And speaking of the altitude, were you watching that co-main event between Costa and Rocco?
Yeah,
Because they
yeah.
were exhausted, and were you thinking, oh no? Like,
Yeah, oh shit, they got me. I was watching it. 'Cause I trained Luke before, and I know how fit Luke is, you know, and I know he was in shape. And when I was backstage warming up, and I was like watching it on the screen, I could see him like putting his hands on his knees and just showing like fatigue, and I thought, oh God, like he's gonna play a part, you know, and that it did, you know, it did play a part. But like I said, that's all behind me now, and I've wiped it. Enjoyed it when it happened, the knockout, but now we're on to a new chapter, and I truly believe this is my time, and I'll show that Saturday night.
thank you.
Leon, just over here. Going off of what you said about the first round, being able to take him down, does that give you added confidence going into this one?
I wouldn't say added confidence. I've always been confident in my ability, but it just gives me confirmation, you know, that I can take him down, you know. And once he hit the mat and I'm on top, he hasn't got much to offer as far as defense wise. Everyone's good when they're on top of you. Pause. But but once I'm on top, like you see, like I took the back like that, you know, there was no resistance for me taking his back, and so yeah, there's, like I said, confirmation I can use in going into the third fight, and I will, you know.
And, you know, even Khabib has said in the past, you know, after that knockout, that he wasn't sure, you know, if you suffer a knockout like that, if you'll ever be the same again. What do you believe? Do you think he's going to come in and approach this fight any differently?
Who knows? Who knows? That's the question, right? He's 36 years old, been in many tough fights. He thought he could never be beaten. And then to be sparked like that does have a mental thing on you, you know. I know he pretended like he doesn't care, and he was happy he got knocked out because the pressures of champion is too hard, and I'm happy that I got knocked out, but like for me, it doesn't make no sense, you know. And so we saw Saturday night whether or not it makes a difference, but you best believe I'll be trying to knock him out again.
And, you know, you've had such a journey, not only in your fight career, but your personal life as well. We could see how much winning that title meant to you in your emotion in the cage. What was that moment like? How surreal was that at the time?
Not just meant to me, just mean to my team, mean to my family, you know, and to be able to set out a goal when you're 17 years old and finally achieving it, doubted and all. Everyone doubted you. Everyone saying you can't do it, like being in Birmingham and winning the world title, and you, with your belief and your hard work, achieving this goal. It's like, I think it showed, right? The speech after, the cry to my mom on the phone after, and I think it all came out then, you know. And so yeah, like I said, it's all just confirmation that my belief is in myself and my team, and what I'm doing is right, and that's all it was, you know.
And how are you anticipating making that first walk as champion at the O2 Arena on Saturday?
It's going to be wild. It's going to be wild. No, I enjoy it. I enjoy fighting at home, you know. And from amateur to now, I've never lost a fight in the UK, and because I like being around my family, I like being around my friends, and that's where I draw my energy from, you know. And so yeah, it's going to be a crazy night. The fans keep saying they're excited for it, and so am I, you know.
Thanks.
Leon. Coming in here as a champion is obviously an enormous thing for you, but there's a little bit extra on top of that because you're a properly homegrown UK champion. You've done all your training here in the UK. How much extra does that put on your achievement?
I think it plays a lot. You know, it plays a big part in it because it's not just for me; it's for the gyms that's coming behind me. You know, the guy that's 17, like when I was 17, can look towards me and be like, look, like he did it. He lived in Birmingham and he won the title. You know, and like congrats to Bisping. I know he was the first person to do it. So I kind of never shadow that, but I think it hits different when you can look at somebody from the same region as you, in the same similar situation as you, that's went out and did something, you know. And so I think it's big for the whole UK, you know.
And how much of an impact do you hope to make in your community now you've got that stage as being a world champion in the UFC?
Just giving back, helping out where I can, and I've started a charity already to give back to youth from similar background as me that's been involved in gangs and getting into trouble and with single parents and stuff like that, and I've already started that already because that's been a passion of mine from the get-go, and so to be able to do that is a pleasure for sure.
Last one from me, just going back to the fight itself and the fight with Kamaru, the second fight, the championship winning fight, the altitude playing the factor that it was. What does a sea-level Leon Edwards look like on fight night on Saturday?
My plan is to just go out there, like I said, and just show off, and just enjoy the moment. I feel this has been the best performance of my career. I truly believe it, and Saturday night I'll go out there and show that. If he's judging me off that performance, I'm thinking, oh yeah, he had me broken and stuff like that. He's gonna be in for a shock Saturday night,
Leon, down here to your left. The last time you went face to face with Usman at press conference, he was. He had a lot of swagger to him. What do you expect his demeanor to be like this time after you flatlined him?
I don't know. Like, let's see. Like I said, the last fight in the press conference, oh yeah, what are you gonna do to beat me? I was like, I'm gonna knock you out, and he's like, okay, we'll see, and that's what I did. So let's see how it comes out. Like I said, I'm not banking my game plan, my training schedule, and whether or not the knockout affect him. But we'll see. Who cares?
Do you think he's going to be dressed like Terry Crews again?
It's a bit too cold over here to be dressing all weird and all funky, but it is what it is. I heard it like he flew like a stylist over and stuff, and that's what I'm saying. Like our mentality is in two different places. I feel like he's on his way out. And I was gonna open that door for him and give him another path to follow his fashion dreams and follow his wherever he wants to go.
I didn't mean to make you choke there, bro. But, final question from me. 3 years ago, you were meant to be here headlining against Tyron Woodley. Now the week is finally here. I mean, what does it mean to you to finally be here and obviously be here as champion, nonetheless?
Yeah, like I said 3 years ago, this was meant to be hit, without this, and at the time, I remember how upset I was, how frustrated I was that I did a whole camp, and then because the pandemic, the fight got cancelled on the Sunday before the match, and so now to be here 3 years on, now the world champion, it feels amazing, and like I said, I'm excited for it, and it's an opportunity that I can't let go to waste, and I won't, and yeah, it's going to be good. Like I said, I'm excited, my team's excited, and it's going to be a good evening for the UK.
Appreciate it, bro.
Leon, can I just ask, over here, still just in the same place, cheers, the pressure on you, I mean, in that first fight, a lot of people wrote you off, and even the commentators did during the fight. The pressure on you now is different, and everyone in that arena is there to see you and to see you defend the belt. How does that feel when you're going into the fight night?
Good. For me, I like that pressure. Like I said, I enjoy that pressure, 'cause I put it on myself as well as my team, because I know how good I am and what I can do, and I always draw. For me, it's not more about the arena, it's more about my family, my friends, the people that's close to me that's going to be there to see me perform, because I'm fought in the UK for like 4 years. So now to be able to come back as a champion, defend my belt in front of them, that will give me added motivation, I would say, and added energy,
And just finally, you were the chaser for so long in this division, chasing that title and finally getting that shot, and obviously you made the most of it. How has this camp been, knowing you're the one that's being chased now? You're the top of the division. Everyone wants to fight you.
It feels good. It feels good, because like went through a mad patch where everybody was avoiding me. They didn't want to fight me, But now I took the hard route to get to where I want to get to, and I achieved my goal, and so it felt good. They say that when you become champion, you come 30% better, and I truly felt that. I felt like I became better physically and mentally,
Leon, a couple of months ago, Bilal Muhammad said that he wants a title shot, and you called him a bum and said he wouldn't be getting one. I'm curious, when you look, like you said, you went on Saturday, you got Masvidal versus Gilbert. Obviously, that's a fight that you've wanted for ages. What does Bilal have to do to get a title shot, or is he just kind of at the back of the list?
I don't know. You just gotta fight like I did. Like when I wanted a title shot, everyone was like, "You ain't getting no title shot," and I had to fight for it. So you go do what I did. Go fight someone else, and one day you probably get there.
Is there a chance you'll go to Miami if you win on Saturday to be in cage side to watch that one?
I might do. I heard the weather is nice over there in the woman, so I'll pop by.
Leon's down to your left. Down to your left. You kind of mentioned there about sending Usman to the fashion route. Do you think another win against him would actually retire him?
Who knows? But I'm saying just from his mentality and the way he's moving, and I think he's already got one. Something's at the door already, and just nothing to add to that. And whether he retires after or not, that's up to him,
Leon, now that you won the championship and achieved your lifelong dream, what drives you to continue improving and winning?
I feel I want to go down as one of the best welterweight to do it, and I believe I can. My goal was to achieve this goal when I was 17 years old, and I did that. Now I've switched my goal now to go down as the best of all time, and why not? I haven't lost in so long. I've won so many fights, and I'll just keep plowing on, and also get that money up as well. I want to be able to change my family's life, and leave it in a better situation that I came into it, and that's my goal right now, is to leave my family in a safer, more financial freedom than I came into it,
Your first fight with Usman ended by decision, the second one by knockout. Do you see a submission happening this time?
It could do. Like I said, once he hit the mat, he ain't got much to offer, so he could do, but like I said, it's going to be a mixed martial arts fight, and it's going to be entertaining for sure.
Thank you. Good luck.
Leon, Leon, can I ask, what has becoming the champ enabled you to do in your personal life that you're been most proud of recently?
For me, just probably opened a restaurant for my mom. Opened a Caribbean takeaway. I remember when I was young, she kept saying that me and my brother helped to do it, and I remember her saying that she wanted to own a takeaway one day, and so to be able to do that straight away, that was my only splash, you might say, that I've done since being a champion, and so yeah, that's probably my number one thing,
And in terms of, obviously you're going to be really focused on Usman at the moment, but someone's mentioned Miami, UFC 287. Do you think you'll be sort of rooting for Masvidal to win his fight in order? No, not so that you could defend against him and right the wrong of what happened at the O2 a few years ago?
I would root for him is the wrong word, but if he wins, he wins, right? It'd be good for me, good for the fans, good for the company, and also get to smack his head off as well. So if he wins, it's good, but he's got a tough fight in his hands against Gilbert, and we'll see.
Thanks, mate.
Leon, just straight ahead. How surreal does it feel driving through Erdington and seeing billboards of yourself with the title around your arm or your waist, and seeing murals in the city, obviously with the title? How surreal does that feel still?
It's a surreal moment, and to be, like I said, to see murals in Erdington where I grew up, and I've done many things in the same streets, so to be able to drive past it every day, see how much the city embraced me and what I've done and how much I'm proud of made the city, not just Birmingham but the UK. It's an honor for me. I am happy. I am humbled by it, and yeah, it's sick for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, one more in front. How many kids run up to you and yell, "Headshot dead"?
Loads. I've lost count. That's like the saying of the year. It's like pound for pound, headshot dead. And everyone asked, I did the plan it, but I didn't. It's more just like emotions. But that's basically what it was. He was pound for pound. He got headshot, and he was out.
Was it weird when like young kids come up to you and say that?
Nah, it's not weird. It's perfect. Nah, it was good for sure.